They thought it was firecrackers. Then the shooting started again. Students hid beneath desks. Teachers screamed for them to run as gunfire ripped through a school near Bangkok. At least 8 people have been dead, more than 15 wounded. Now, Thailand is asking, how did a student get his hands on a gun? A normal school morning, shattered by gunfire. Classrooms turned into hiding places, terrified children crawled beneath their desks, and teachers became victims as chaos unfolded inside one of Thailand's best-known schools. Now the country is confronting yet another devastating school shooting that has reignited questions over gun access and safety. At least 8 people have been killed, and more than 15 others wounded after a student opened fire at a secondary school in Thailand on the morning of August 7th, in one of the country's deadliest school shootings in recent years. According to police spokesperson Lieutenant General Trirong Phuphan, the victims include 3 students and 3 teachers. More than a dozen others were injured, with at least 2 reported to be in critical condition. The shooting took place at Debsirin Nonthaburi School, a well-known secondary school with around 3,000 students, located in Bang Krui district in Nonthaburi province, just north of Bangkok. One of the high school students recounted the moment, describing how he heard gunfire as the attack killed 7 people in Thailand's Nonthaburi province.
We started hearing some noise in Building 5, and we had no idea what happened after that. At first, I thought they were sounds of firecrackers or someone banging on something loudly. But then we started realizing they were not firecrackers. And then it started getting more frequent, like bang, bang, bang. And then it went quiet at one point, and the shooting started again. I didn't think it was the sound of a gun. After that, we went to the toilet. We thought it was over. I walked over there when a teacher shouted, "Quickly run here, he's gone to Building 4. So we had to run here.
Videos verified by CNN captured the terrifying moments inside the school. Students could be seen huddling beneath their desks, crying, and holding one another as gunshots echoed through the corridors. Other footage showed frightened students fleeing classrooms while school staff rushed to guide them to safety. Police said the suspected gunman remains in critical condition and is receiving emergency treatment in hospital. Thailand's Central Investigation Bureau confirmed that the situation has now been brought under control. Photographs from inside the school showed a handgun and multiple rounds of ammunition scattered across the floor. Investigators believe the firearm belonged to a member of the suspect's family, although police have not yet established how the student obtained the weapon. Authorities also confirmed the suspect had been living with adult relatives rather than with his parents. Emergency responder Kyatikun Verapong Pradith described arriving while the attack was still unfolding.
After the student, perpetrator, committed the shootings, the other students started evacuating. They were moving from one building to another, one in the back, and some went to hide on the 4th floor. We were evaluating the amount of the weapon he had so we could not rush inside. The police then took a team with shields up there and were closing in the area, while the kid seemed like he wanted to flee, but he hit a dead end, so he decided to commit suicide.
Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul expressed his condolences to the victims and their families.
I've sent relevant officials to the area. This is horrible. It shouldn't have happened. I'm very sad that this has happened. I'm not only sad for the deceased, I'm sad by the fact that this kind of incident could happen in our country.
Education Minister Prasat Jantararwangtung also directed officials to oversee the emergency response and support those affected. Meanwhile, opposition leader Nathapong Ringpanyawut called for a comprehensive review of Thailand's gun control measures, saying violence inside a school, a place that should be among the safest in society, demanded urgent national attention. Thailand has one of the highest levels of civilian gun ownership in Southeast Asia, with more than 10.3 million privately owned firearms, according to the Small Arms Survey. For now, investigators continue searching for answers as families mourn an unimaginable loss. and Thailand once again faces difficult questions about school safety, gun access, and how such a tragedy could happen inside a place dedicated to learning.